should be at your end with that with the rope.
It looks amazing. I love it. And you actually look, you look with like legal books in the background. We've got a kind of night court thing happening here.
I'm
I'm
trying. I'm trying to fit the part that you play. So we missed you at the TCA. That's where I got this robe.
I know. I can't believe I had COVID. It was the first
Oh,
time I got it. We had been so cautious for 3 years, and then bam, I got it right before the TCAs. I could believe it.
well, that's unfortunately. I missed you.
Thanks.
You are one of my favorite characters because you're like that dark cloud in Abby's sunshine, but says things that sometimes in real life I wish I could say myself.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun part of playing roles like Olivia is that you gotta get away with something for a minute, that you would never otherwise do or say.
So how much fun are you having with it?
Well, we have a blast. It's great. Monday through Wednesday, we're just rehearsing, and there's a lot of sweatpants involved with that. So that's always awesome. And then Thursday, we pre-tape, and Friday, we have our live audience. And there's just nothing like getting to make TV, but also getting to do it in front of a live audience and hearing their response as and when we're throwing out whatever we hope will make them laugh and seeing whether or not it lands. It's the best.
I'd like to be with a high caliber actor like John.
Yeah, intimidating, educational. I just kind of watch him and absorb and try to get some of that John Larroquette magic to rub off. I'm always praying that at some point he'll direct so that I can really have the excuse to make him coach me. He's just incredible and he's very giving. He's an actor's actor. And considering that he was a part of the original and we all stepped in fresh, he never tread on anybody's toes. He always just sat back and let everybody come in and find their place and settle in. But if you asked him for help, he was the first one to be there for you. And I respect him so much for that.
I told Lakrita too. I was like, "What's it like to work with him?" Because he's a bit intimidating, and she said, "Because he's tall."
Yeah, he's a big softy. Under it all, he's just a big softy.
Now, what's one of your favorite scenes that you've had a kick out of?
I really love all of Olivia's stuff with Gergs. I really loved the episode where they were finding the a new workspace together. Which was she's just delightful to work with, and she's so funny. And I love the chalk and cheese of their characters. And there's an episode coming up, I think week after next, where there's a few more Olivia Gergs moments that I really enjoyed making. I can't say much, but I'll say it involves a wedding dress.
Ooh, exciting. One of my favorite scenes was the one in the train. What was it like filming that one with a live audience?
The train itself we pre-taped on the Thursday, and I'll be honest, at the time we were still pretty deep in COVID, and I have a son who has asthma, and he wasn't vaccinated yet, and we were still being pretty cautious. So I was a little nervous about being in such a tight space with so many people, but we did have the guest cast that we had that week were so freaking awesome, and all of our background actors are so great. And so even though I started the day out a little nervous, once we got going, we were all making each other laugh and having a giggle and telling stories. And it ended up actually being one of the most fun days I've had on set.
So you went in nervous
Yes,
as India, but Olivia was also nervous.
she was. She didn't start off that way until she realized the situation that she was in. And then of course Abby steps in to do a great job of calming her down and trying to take care of everybody on the train as Mother Abby does, as much as Melissa, who's kind of also our mama, would do the same thing.
Now, I feel like that scene said a lot about Olivia. Kind of a little bit about, her being uncomfortable, her discomfort, fear, a little bit of fear. Will we be seeing more of those scenes?
I think Olivia has sort of a deep rooted need to be loved. And I don't know that she's experienced a lot of love and support in her life. And so I think she's always living with an underlying fear, whilst also trying to prove herself and make herself someone who is lovable, whether that's by getting the best job or wearing the best clothes or whatever it is that she thinks she's supposed to do to be adored. And of course, that's a misstep, but she doesn't know that. And I think throughout the course of the show, we find her when she begins at night court thinking she's sort of above it all, and then as she makes her way through her time there, she starts to realize that Night Court is actually one of the first places that's ever accepted her as she is.
Mhm.
And we start to see her slowly realize that, and start to have a little bit more loyalty to the misfits that she has made her family.
Well, thank you, India, for your time. I enjoyed talking to you. I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you, Nancy. This was a pleasure.
I would love to see you guys live one day.
You should come to our taping.
I would love to. I'll wait for that email.
Awesome.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye, Nancy.
Bye bye.